For the last couple of weeks, we've been in old barns with bats and all kinds of things like that running around.
Bat scat.
Yes, but not today.
Not today.
We're in one of the coolest places in all of downtown Green Bay. It's Initiative One. It used to be an old nightclub. Remember going to Pie back in the day?
I was probably 12.
Yeah, and then Hip Cats. I used to go there once in a while. Remember being there?
Maybe 13.
Okay, well, anyway, we are now in the place where those places were located. They were empty for about 10 years. It was bad here. In fact, you used to park
I used to
like
park
here,
here
right?
for work, and it was pretty scary. It was vacant, and
Transients living here and
wasn't.
yeah, Fred showed me a
scary.
window where they had a crowbar and like people at night, homeless type people would come in here and do stuff, and it was incredibly bad. But I'll tell you what,
would not know
you would
that
not know it.
this
That's
day.
exactly what I was going to say. You would not know it right now because the interior of this place is probably the nicest place in Brown County.
100% agreed.
No question about it. How they do it. Fred Johnson, the president of Initiative One, gave us a little tour. Now, a downtown Green Bay showpiece. Then, being prior to last fall, a lingering eyesore.
When we saw it, it had been vacant for 9 years, and it was an absolute trashed out mess. We actually had to bring a hazmat team to come in just to help clean up before we even started construction.
But undeterred, Fred and his architect jumped in to not replace, but reclaim.
The building was built in 1927, and we wanted to keep that old historical feel.
The first thing that screamed solid bones
Was the huge beams that are in this building, the kinds of beams that they have not made for 50 years.
the first step, basically redirecting the entire face of the building.
To do that, we had to cut large windows into the building. That was quite a project.
Just about everything in the place, a story in itself.
These copper facades, the original copper facades of the old Sherman House Hotel that was built in 1886 in Appleton, we wanted it to create and have a feel of what a streetscape would look like in the late 1800s using these facades, and it's become the centerpiece of the building. This used to be originally the old Van Dries Ford dealership, and this building was the service bay. And so this room here, which is one of our gathering areas, is called the Thunderbird room, and we have the Fairlane room there, and we have the Crestliner there, and we have the Mustang room back here, and we have the Falcon room here. And it's just part of the story. These tables were rescued from the Jim Beam Distillery in Bardstown, Kentucky.
Fred wanted holes for power cords cut into the tables until his carpenter intervened.
He said, "Are you sure you want to do that?" And we said, "Well, why not?" And he said, "Well, this wood that went into a factory or a distillery that was built in 1892, that was virgin timber that went into that factory." And I said, "I don't know what the implication of that is." So you have wood tables with material from the 16th century, which blew our mind.
The old saying is form follows function. Well, in this case, the two go hand in hand.
What we do is we help leaders who perhaps have hit a ceiling and want to go to a different place, or leadership teams or companies that have become tired or lost their energy, and we help them to re-energize and get back on a new track. Well, this building is taking a building that many people wanted torn down, actually, and we saw that we could breathe new purpose and new life into it, and use it as a place of contribution rather than just being an eyesore in the community.
Amazing, Fred. Great work. Amazing place to come and work. We gotta get a job here. Wouldn't this be cool to have one of these offices?
What would we do?
I don't know, but I think you would steal a lot of the cool furniture that he has here.
I'm not a klepto.
Oh, okay.